Hey, this is Craig Ford, Mayor of Gadsden. Thank you for joining me again. We got some exciting news to share with you, and I want to share some things, and hang on to the very end because I have something real exciting to talk to you about at the very end of this conversation. This weekend, we have the Alabama Bass Fishing Expo, and we also have our Parks and Rec Department is having our state basketball tournament, which we're hosting, and there's not one hotel room left in the city of Gadsden or Etowah County for that matter. We're packing out rooms, we're putting heads in beds, we're creating tourism dollars, we're excited about this, and we're excited that those two organizations chose Gadsden to host their functions here in our city. So we're doing a lot to try to showcase Gadsden, and we cleaned up a lot as usual, and things are headed in the right direction as far as our Parks and Rec and our venue operations, so we're excited about that. The next thing is we're excited about our Gadsden City High School Scholars Bowl team, and this is actually our middle school team. I think it is our 8th grade team at Gadsden Middle, and they are competing on APTV, and we're so excited for them. This will take place for a Saturday morning, and you can check my Facebook page for details of what time, and it'll show numerous times on APTV, I'm told. But to Dr. Bliss and their team, we're excited for them, and then they're headed to Chicago here soon to compete in a tournament for nationals. So we're really encouraging them, and we're excited for them, and you helped support them financially, and so did a lot of other people. The next thing we had Read Across America Day, Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat Day. So I asked for a lot of city employees to go into our schools and read to the children, and I had a ball. I had a blast. I always do. The questions that are asked to me it's funny how blunt the children are, and how really the questions are very right to the point, and I love the way they just don't beat around the bush. But I was honored to go to Mitchell Elementary this year to read to their students, and I had a blast. And the other thing is we're going to D.C. this next week with the council for our National League of Cities, and we are meeting with our Congressman Adderholt, Congressman Rogers, Senator Britt's office, and Senator Tuberville's office. And I'm also meeting with a lot of the department heads and agencies in D.C. We had 3 packed days full of meetings. It's very tiresome, but it's a lot of fun. It's very rewarding for us here in Gadsden and our taxpayers. Just for an example, the Congress just passed one of the appropriations budget where we received $6.5 million from Congressman Adderholt for the relocation of 411. So that was a promise he made. We've been tracking that. We've been following it, and it just passed out of the House. And by the time you watch this, hopefully it will have passed the Senate. And we've been told that it will, and then the President will sign it, and then we'll start the process of the relocation and the survey work. So this is a step in the right direction. We want to thank Congressman Adderholt for his support to Gadsden and putting us in the direction we want to be. Another big exciting news is the railroad tracks on East Meagan. I've traveled that road a lot. I feel your pain. I know it knocks your car out of line. I know people have Facebooked me, messaged me, called the mayor's office and talked about how we have chunks of road out. I want to explain to you, it's a little complicated process when you're dealing with a railroad. So that railroad's owned by a short line, and it's a 3-way partnership that had to take place. It had to take place with the city, the highway department, since that's a state highway, and then the short railroad company. So we were able to bring everybody together. We were able to secure some federal dollars, the Federal Highway Administration, and then we were able to get the short line to allow us to work on the railroad, and they had to be the ones to grant that access, and they're participating also. And then we had to come up with a 10% match. So it's over $1 million project to fix the railroad over there, and I think once it's done, it should be done within a week's time, and we're excited about that. So somebody asked me the other day, why are you even worried about it since Goodyear's empty? Let me tell you the importance of that. We're recruiting industry right now in Goodyear. We have 2 or 3 clients. We just got a 3rd one this last week that's looking to come to Goodyear, Gadsden, and we're trying to relocate some of these plants, and one's a new industry to come over there. Every one of them is interested in the rail access. Rail access is golden. It puts you on a different level as far as an industrial recruitment. So we needed to fix that railroad, not just for you, but also to bring jobs to Gadsden, so that's important. So the last thing I want to talk about is something called a baby box. If you follow the news, a lot of news stations out of Birmingham area and even Huntsville covered our press release on this. We just dedicated the 3rd baby box in the state of Alabama. What is a baby box? A baby box is something when a mother decides not that she wants to surrender her baby anonymously and not be tracked or recorded, or if she goes to a hospital and surrenders her baby, and there's other consequences that could take place there within the law. This is a law that was passed by Representative Gidley, Representative Butler, and Representative Lipscomb and Senator Jones, and we thank them for that, for passing this bill. And what it allows you to do is surrender your baby. There's no consequences. You go to the fire station, and I'll tell you where it's located, and we're going to advertise this more in depth so everyone will know. You go to the fire station, you open the door. As soon as you open this little box door, you put the infant in the box, and the box is heating and cooled. As soon as you put it in, it notifies dispatch, and it also sets off an alarm within the fire department. So there has already been 3 babies surrendered in the state of Alabama, and this is important for us to offer this to our people. We don't want someone to make the wrong decision. Monica, who helps run the organization, talked about how she was a survivor, and her mother was raped at a young age. She was put up, left at a hospital, and then all of a sudden she was adopted, and there she was yesterday speaking about this baby box. And we admire her so much in her story, and you can watch it on our Facebook page. It was amazing to hear her and her involvement in this. So what happens once the baby's put in the baby box? DHR is contacted, and then that process starts. But there's no repercussions to the mother or the one that's surrendering the baby. So where is the baby box? I'm going to try to tell you. It's our East Gadsden Fire Station. It's off of East Meagan. It's across the street from Johnson's Grocery Store, and it's near Starnes Park. If you remember where Starnes Park used to be, I used to play Little League Baseball there for American National Bank. But it's over there where the housing is for Starnes Park. So you're probably familiar where the East Gadsden Fire Station is, and as soon as you pull up to the bay doors, you look to your left, and there's the baby box. So I was so impressed with this. We got with Ruth Moffitt, who's over our CDBG, and we discovered that we could use our funds to purchase another baby box. So I wanted to do another baby box near Gadsden City High School, which is over in Banks Park area, South Gadsden. And I think it's good to have one near a school, and also since we're divided by a river, we have one on each side of the river. So we're going to use CDBG funds, which comes from the federal government, which is $15,000 to purchase another baby box to put over there. So this is just the right thing to do. It's not just a feel-good thing. It's the right thing to do. I personally want to thank Brett Johnson. He's the one that brought this idea to us, and I want to thank our Fire Chief, Will Reed, and the firemen that will be monitoring this box. There's a process of checks and balances that they have to check this box daily, and twice a week do test runs. So we're excited about this. We're excited Gadsden jumped out in front of this, and we want to be a path setter to be able to make this for other cities to make this happen in their municipalities. So I want to thank you for allowing me to serve you. This is Craig Ford with the Mayor's Minute.